About to go smoke on a deck. You want to come?
Yeah.
What's going on? Welcome to my video. Everything you saw today is going to be edited by me. I usually don't edit my own videos, so I hope it comes out okay. Let me know in the comments. Damn, this camera's so close to my face. Here's the video. Smoke a big Deutsche Abish. Ah, fucking bitch. Yeah, I should start doing nicknames at the beginning of all my videos again. And today, we're growing in a suitcase. Episode 4. So, if you missed it, the first 3 episodes, I just like make a playlist out of these for real. I don't know why I haven't yet. But in the first 3 episodes, we were introduced to a pretty cool company called Bonsanto. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Still don't know if I am or not. But they were super fucking cool, and they had this product that like stood out to me. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a very cool product. It was this thing called the mini, it was like a mini grow box basically. And it came with everything you need to grow. It came with a space for growing. It came with pots, it came with soil, it came with seeds. It came with a trellis net, it came with fans. It came with exhaust fans, it came with carbon filters. It came with what else do you need? Nutrients.
Yeah.
Everything except something to pour the water in with. And for me, that was as easy as grabbing a 2-cup measuring cup out of my kitchen. So that's what I used for this entire grow, basically. So they reached out and they were like, "Hey, we want to do a video with you?" And I was like, "Sounds fucking awesome." I looked at what they had and they sent it over. We set it up. It was the coolest shit. It was the coolest shit. In the first 3 episodes, we started growing one of their seeds. It was this strain called Twilight Mirage. We named her Bella because of the movie Twilight. We named her Bella DeBall for Michael Scott. Throughout the first 3 episodes of this video, we took you guys all the way from the very beginning, from when she was just a baby, all the way through to the beginning of week 6, which is where we're picking up here. The beginning of week 6, she was getting crazy. She was getting big. She was getting very big. She was budding. Her pistil hairs were out. You know what I mean? She was going absolutely perfectly. I've been trying to roll this joint this entire time. I'm just gonna quick do it. Danny, fast forward through this part. Anyway, where were we? We were at the beginning of week 6. I took videos of stuff and wrote notes down so I didn't forget anything. Technically, Danny helped me with the note. Thank you, Danny.
No problem.
So it was the beginning of week 6. It was actually week 6, day 2. She was looking kind of dry. I figured we should feed her. Week 6 was when our feeding instructions showed us that we were supposed to give her double the amount of nutrients that we had previously been giving her. We started calling it 30 and 8 after a while. You get 30 of the blue, 8 of the red, and she would be on this feeding cycle for pretty much the rest of her life until like about the final 2 weeks. But I was super excited to see how she would handle the increased amount of nutrients, what that would mean as far as her growth, if it meant she was gonna like speed up how fast she was growing, or if it just maybe she couldn't handle it at first. But also, I feel like this is a company, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They wouldn't tell me to do it if she wasn't ready for it. Right? Right? This shit tastes so good. Just for anyone wondering, this is JK Distro's Blueberry Punch. And it's delicious. I don't even think this is like one of their high up there shits. This is just good. Anyway, I also did a little more training. I wrote low stress training in here, but I don't think the shit I was doing is low stress whatsoever. What I was doing is I saw this technique used online. So once we started getting into the growing scene, GTA characters. Once we started getting into the growing scene, I started watching like a lot of videos, like a lot of people's videos online that also grew stuff, because I didn't know anything that I was doing. So I was watching other people. So I do take like notes from a lot of people and try to apply it to my own shit. You know what I mean? So I'd seen this tactic that some people use where they basically like, you have like a stem that's growing up, but you want it to like not be so tall. So what you do is you just kind of like snap it a little bit. You don't break it. What is this?
Can use it as a stem.
Trash. Not using the trash as a stem down there. So anyway, you have one of the stems, and you just kind of like, you don't like crack it all the way off. I have done that by accident, I'm not gonna lie. But you just kind of bend, you crack it enough that it stays like this. Instead of being like this, it stays like this now. And then it'll like kind of form a knuckle right here, and it'll grow out and then start curving up again. So it's like one way to try to keep everything at like an even level. So I started doing that. So we had one that was a little longer, did some of that, boom, and then she starts growing back up. It worked perfectly. Fast forward, week 7, I feel like she's super dry all the time. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm watering, I'm like convinced, I'm like, she needs water every day. I've never done this before. I'm giving her water now every day. Not the best idea. Don't do that. Plants don't need water every day. Logically, I know this. Plants grow outside. It does not rain every day. But I'm thinking like maybe indoor is different. I'm an idiot. To make it even better of a situation, I'm not only top feeding, I'm also bottom feeding. I mean, I feel like technically the water is gonna get all throughout there anyway, but I'm just throwing water at her left and right. In like a week or two, I find out why this isn't the best idea, but for now, we're just gonna leave it at, I was watering her every day, like an idiot. Something else I noticed is her stem's starting to turn purple, right? I'm sitting there thinking maybe it's like a genetic thing. Everything online says it could be genetic, it could be this, it could be that, it could be the fact that I'm overwatering her. Probably, that probably could have something to do with it. I don't know if purple stems is from overwatering, but could be, right? I do always notice that when I do like a hydro plant, they get real purpley stems too, and that's just water, so anything's possible, I guess. But I'm sitting there, it's probably just a genetics thing. Keep it moving, no worries. Also, something super fun happened in week 7. She started developing trichomes. I started noticing, I'm just gonna use this later because this bitch keeps going out. It's because I talk too much and don't hit it enough. I started to notice her trichomes are popping up. When the trichomes pop up, that's like starts when like real fun shit happens, because you can kind of like grab her like little leaf and kind of do this with it, smell your fingers, and you can like kind of get to know that terp profile that she's gonna start developing. And like I know technically like plants will like change their scents like over time, I think. Danie keeps saying that. Is that true? Or we just somewhat. I mean, yeah, it changes, but you can start getting like little hints and notes of like what they're gonna be like, I feel like. You know what I mean? So we start like kind of smelling her, which was cool. Not like a lot. Like I always feel like people are just like, you can just grab a weed and smell it. And it's like, no, you got to disturb that bitch a little bit for her to let off those scents. So you can grab a leaf, kind of do this with it, smell your fingers, a little stickiness. Oh my God, it was so good. I loved it. Also took a note here at the end of week 7 is when I started taking an absurd amount of B-roll. To me, this period of her growth cycle is when I find her like super aesthetically pleasing, apparently. So I'm taking B-roll left and right. I started giving them all the buds nickname. I'm starting to call the 2 in the back, those are the sisters. Love those hoes. I started singing to them the Sister theme song. Sister, never knew how much I missed you. Just a lot of weird shit happens in the B-roll, but basically I I'm just like obsessed with the plants. I'm in the room with them like 20, 30 minutes at a time, just kind of checking them out, looking at them, just having a great time, spending time with them, listening to some music, just basically vibing with the plants.
Wait, real quick. Stick your tongue out.
Danny's also just pointed out that my tongue is blue, right? Is it blue? Because I had a freezy pop. I had an ice pop a second ago. I also noted that I really loved how the stem turned out. The stem was turning out amazing. It was super bonsai-like from the low stress training I did in the beginning. I'd also taken out all of the, what are they called? The hangers, the self-made LST hooks, I guess you could call them. Low stress training hooks that I made with a hanger, a blue hanger. So I took all them out at some point, but the stem kind of remained in this like really cool looking shape. So I took a bunch of pictures of that and stuff too. So I don't remember when I did that, when I took them out, but it did happen. I also took her out of the spider farmer tent. I don't know why she was in there to begin with. I think it was just more of a storage room situation. That like, I was like, I'll leave it in here because there's not a lot of room, but I took her out of there because I was like, should probably show people you can grow this not also in like a controlled environment. Like it is its own kind of controlled environment. So took it out of the tent, didn't want to have any people thinking like, well, you need a tent to grow this too. You don't, you can just grow it in a room in a corner somewhere. It works out really well, honestly. Week 8, still watering every day. Terrible idea. Shouldn't have did that. But the sisters are starting to get little hints of purple on them, and I thought that was really cool. And the other 2 sites weren't, like the main one and the runt. I called it the runt. I kind of figured that one was going to be the smallest one, and she did turn out to be the smallest one. But it's okay. Every family has a littlest, shortest person. You know what I mean? In my family, that's Luke. Luke is shorter than me. I'm taller than Luke. I think me and Ricky are probably about the same height. I might be the biggest. Shit. Anyway, bottom line is we're not a very tall family. Besides just like getting bigger, not a lot else happened during week 8. Besides just kind of like getting bigger and fuller and starting to smell a lot more. Week 8 didn't really have anything else going on. Watering every day, like idiots. Fast forward week 9, every time I walk in the room, it's like I'm greeted with her. It's amazing. At this point, I also started noticing a little bit of white mold forming on the top layer of the soil. Not a great thing. Scraped it all off of there, threw it away, and we were scheduled for a dry spell anyway, so we stopped watering her. That's when we figured out we were overwatering her. But we took care of it immediately. Everything's cool. Like, this was in the past. I'm telling you right now, everything was okay. We got rid of it. And that's when we realized, well, why are we feeding her every day? It's fucking stupid. But anyway, week 9, small dry spell, which is good for her because of probably the situation with the mold and everything. Also, a lot of the leaves were starting to like yellow. Her pistil hairs were starting to turn orange, which means that we should probably prepare for flushing and start checking her trichomes and stuff like that. One of the sisters in the back was actually starting to grow around the trellis net, which I was like, nice, because that means she's big, you know what I mean? I couldn't really get a good shot of it. I tried to, but Jesus Christ. But I knew that like we were right around the corner from having to flush because like all these signs started popping up. So week 10, we started with only the red nutrients. It was just like 8 drops of the red. I think that's to like help flush out all the other stuff that the blue has in it. I think the blue nutrients have like the majority of the stuff. And then the red's just kind of like a little like extra boost, like its name suggests. So week 10, we're really just like getting rid of all the shit that's in the soil and the stuff that she has in like the nutrients and stuff to prepare for the flush of week 11. So week 10, she was really starting to like get a lot more purple. We were preparing for the flush, and I hope you guys come back for the next video, because in the next video, we're gonna go through the flushing phase, the drying and curing, and we're gonna finally get to try out Bella and see how fucking good she tastes. I cannot wait, and I cannot stress that enough. Patreons, I'll see you guys in a second for the bonus sesh. Everybody else, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that shit normal YouTubers tell you to do at the end of their videos. If you want to check them out, make sure you head over to bonsanto.com to check out these really cool little grow spaces for yourself. They have other stuff that isn't just a suitcase. I don't know if I actually ever mentioned in the beginning that it was a suitcase. Well, the title of the video says it's a suitcase, so it'll be okay. Shit. See, I just fucked up the whole ending. I don't know where I'm going with this now. I'll see y'all next time.
It's all still in Maryland, by the way.
It is all still in Maryland, by the way. Thank you, Danny.
Okay, Private Miller. When you think of your superiors,
what emotions do you feel?
okay, Private Miller.